how to trigger a survey from Salesforce. In Qualtrics, you go to the survey and go to workflow and create a workflow rule to send the survey. Copy the URL, add the task to the contact list, and send survey. In Salesforce, you create a flow on the lead object or the case object or whatever the rule is, right? Just created or something, right? And that will create an outbound trigger to trigger that specific Qualtrics survey. So let's see how that's done. All right, so now here we are in Qualtrics. And what you see here is on the upper left is main menu, flows, distributions, data analysis, and reports. So this is the survey, the Kendra, Lauren, Jurgen example, right? So we go over here, we go to workflows related to that specific survey in Salesforce, in Qualtrics. Right now we create a new workflow, which is specific, start when the event happens, like when a new lead is created. And what's our extension? Let's see, Salesforce workflow rule. Like there's a lot of one. JSON, that would be from AWS, for instance, or another event. But here, we're creating this workflow rule inside Qualtrics. It's not the case object. That's typically the thing. It's a lead. Hey, there are 171 fields available. Great. Done. That's all we need to do. Do we want to add fields? No. Okay, so now, just press done. So now this URL, endpoint URL, is what will be triggered by the Salesforce workflow rule. And on the upper right, we got to turn it off, by the way. See, there are all these options also, XM directory, blah, 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 right? Okay, how do you want to distribute it, right? Individual, email, SMS, that sort of a thing here. You can see there's a lot of options. Here, this second portion, right, with the plus, is the mapping from Salesforce to Qualtrics of the fields first name, last name, email of a new lead. It looks a little confusing, but that's how you do it, right? Here we go, first name. This is what Qualtrics sees in Salesforce on the lead object. Okay, and that's why right here it has some squiggly line SFOB : / first name. It's not just first name. It's pulling it from the Salesforce object. Same here, last name. And then of course email. What language you want to, you could do English, Spanish, whatever, right? You could have a feature for the lead, Spanish. And then Salesforce ID. Because we need to push back the survey results from Qualtrics back to Salesforce so we get total visibility, right? OmniChannel. So now, let's go to Salesforce. There's the Qualtrics survey. Now, this is where we go to the flow builder, right? Flow, lead object. What's the condition? Contains maybe blah, 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 +33, right? Something unique. We could have just a new lead, right? Something like that. And then what else happens? Well, let's see. Edit the element, outbound message. And here you can see these unique URLs. It was the case object and the lead object. Okay, now here we're doing one for the lead object. Where is it? Up, come on, here. Okay, next, right? This is the outbound message that goes into the flow. You can see workflow actions on the left, outbound messages, blah, 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 example 3, done, right? End session ID or not. Okay, save. Done. Okay. Yeah, well, let's redo it. So no, did not delete the element. We want to send the outbound message. That's what we want to do. Here we are. We just created it. Example 3. So ignore the thing I just did before. It's really just an outbound message to Qualtrics, to that unique URL. That's it. It's really straightforward and simple. Then save as, or Qualtrics survey, whatever it is. And this is how you link a Salesforce event, new lead, new case, to trigger a Qualtrics survey. It's the same thing. It's with an outbound message in Salesforce with a flow, just like this. And with that, I want to say thank you so much. Okay, so let's do run history in Qualtrics, revision history. We can see all that workflow editor. Hold on. Do you see this right here? There's the unique URL, the workflow rule. Let's turn it on. So now every time a lead is created with +33, they get sent a survey. Thank you.